An overhead squat, you should be able to have a snatch grip with this, and then the weight shouldn't be terribly heavy. You're not going to try to equal your overhead squat to your actual snatch. This is just to work on that overhead stability, get comfortable in the bottom position of a snatch, and to just kind of work on that position. It's slow and steady. Take your time with it. All you're going to do is start with the bar on your neck, behind your neck, and then press it or drive it overhead and just go right into that hole, keeping that bar overhead. Notice those lats stay super tight and we're just nice and controlled, hitting that squat position and driving out. Make sure that we keep that weight more towards the back half of the foot and really sink into those hips a little bit. Watch where your athlete goes. Make sure they don't push forward onto that toe or separate from that bar. Notice the bar is right behind the ears, okay? Make sure that, again, we don't want to be too far back or press forward. So watching the athlete from the side or from a 45-degree angle will be really good to make sure that they're holding that good position. And if they're struggling a little bit, have them slow down the movement a little bit more. And if you want, you can even have your athletes sit here for a second in the bottom position to just feel where they need to be and get comfortable being down there, especially if you have a new athlete that isn't used to a full squat snatch, isn't used to the bar being over their head. This is a great exercise, especially with kids too. Kids are not really used to putting weight above their heads. So this is an awesome controlled movement to help them get comfortable putting that bar above their head, where, you always have an out with this. Or you can even, if it's a kid, don't recommend this with adults, but you can spot a kid in this as well. If you just stand behind them, be ready, because the weight should be relatively light. So if you need to take it from them, take it from them. But that is more reserved for kids. Adults, teach them how to bail. If you start to get a little bit too far behind, jump forward. If it starts to go a little forward, jump behind. Always try to separate yourself from the bar. That's why we keep this weight relatively light with the overhead squats. Nice, controlled movement.